So with everything going on in the world and all the differences and things that VTubers have done, I just want to sit down and talk about the influence VTubers have had on culture and gaming as a whole. So, to start from the very beginning, for those who do not know, VTubers are a virtual YouTuber, a content creator who uses a computer-generated AI, well, not AI, more like avatar, instead of their real faces. And this allows people with chronic illnesses, people who have self-confidence issues, and stuff of that nature, to be able to perform, make funny videos, be able to sit down and talk and build up that self-confidence to achieve their dreams, to do charity work, to do a bunch of different things that they never thought they could. So when did this all start? When did VTubers become a significant part of the entertainment industry and culture and gaming as a whole? Well, you could really look back at Japan in about mid-2010s, and it really took off the whole internet in 2020s. But you could go back and look at a content creator known as Kizuna Ai, which, congratulations everyone, she's back, she's happy, she's doing more content, and it's fantastic. So Kizuna Ai made her debut in 2016 and was very active until about 2021. You know, mid-COVID. But she had about 4 million subscribers on a bunch of different places between Bilibili, YouTube, and across all of it. She would do things from talking videos to playing games to live streaming, doing a bunch of other things, and using the CGI avatar that she had, she was able to connect, talk, and do a bunch of things with different content creators and with her audience. A good example is she did a crossover video with the Anime Man where he was himself and then she was, her avatar and interacting with him, and he had a very cool interview conversation thing going on, and it was very nice. And she was under a company and a bunch of other stuff. And there was a lot of stuff that went into her production, as well as her design and the technology that used, and which it was fantastic because she was using motion capture and a lot face tracking, which helped really develop and give the idea on how to do VTubing, to which, VTube Studios and stuff like that ended up being made. And because of how Kizuna Ai did stuff, and everyone realized, well, this is actually how we can do it, and we could just make it free, and kind of snowballed from there. And one thing I really do want to talk about with Kizuna, she had multitude of different languages for her videos, ranging her main language, Japanese, to English subtitles, Korean, Spanish, and many other, which is fantastic and allows her to spread her videos to other different countries and people around the world to spread happiness and joy. That's amazing, and that's what content creators want. They want to bring happiness to everyone, and she completely did that. So I do want to talk about some of the big corporations that have their hands in the VTuber world. There's 4 that are big of note right now. Hololive, Niji Sanji, which is kind of like a yacht on fire right now, but that's a whole different video on a whole different topic. You can look it up. You have FaZe Connect, then you have VShojo, which I have a bunch of VTubers that I really like in that corporation. But I'm going to talk about Hololive for right now, and I'll touch on the other ones a little bit later. Hololive has a multitude of different talents, a bunch of different generations, but I'm specifically going to talk about the ones that have direct influence in America and have had cultural phenomenons happen. One example is Garagura. One meme really sent her into big stardom, I will say. It's just a simple meme, and here it is. Look at that. See, it was super simple, but people loved it. People enjoyed it. It was just a good time. Then you have Mori Calliope, who's a rapper who does rap music, who goes and she's doing concerts right now, going and performing live at stages with, being able to project her model on the stage and singing and dancing, doing all these different things. Heck, hololive had a collab with the LA Dodgers. The influence that this company has had in the world is amazing. They even have their own card game that's out and about and is coming to the United States, which that's going to help boost their popularity, because a lot of people who play trading card games and enjoy that stuff, they tend to go where there's a good game, and hololive is a very solid game. There's a bunch of content creators out there doing stuff, but specifically for the West and English speaker, there's one that's called Weiss and Chill. He does a lot of good videos on it if you want to go check it out. But the fact that they have their own card game and they are in white shorts with their own sets, and having this influence on the West and the world in general is just a testament to how big VTubers have gotten. You can compare it kind of to the like idol culture with how people put them on pedestals a little bit, and it really obviously varies from person to person, but a lot of it can be compared to idol culture. A lot of them sing, a lot of them dance, they do music videos, they go to and do like fan stuff like virtual concerts, and they'll do merch drops and stuff of that nature. It's very comparable for VTubers to the idol culture. I think that's the best way to describe it. It's very, very comparable to that. But hololive has made such an impact on the world, and for positive goods too. They've done plenty of charity work, helping raising money for Extra Life and raising money for children's hospitals, doing different things like American Red Cross. There's a multitude of different charities that these talents have done, and that's just on the English side. And someone know, I mean, there's a bunch that, you know, are across the world, and especially in Japan, they've done a lot of other different things in charity work. It's just, they've done a lot. Another agency I would like to talk about is VShojo. I have a bunch in there that I really like. I am a Project Melody fan, I am an Iron Mouse fan, I am a Zentreya fan. But for these people specifically, Iron Mouse has done a lot of charity work for the Immune Deficiency Foundation. She has raised millions and millions of dollars alongside her friend Connor, Sea-Dog VA, in making a difference for these people. The Immune Deficiency Foundation helped Iron Mouse find out what was wrong with her, and has been helping her get better slowly but surely, allowing her for going from completely bedridden, not being able to walk, to now she has a walker and going around and being able to do stuff by herself, which is huge. And a very big thing that we take for granted, which she learned that, you know, that can be just taken from you any moment. And she has used that popularity and her happiness and her go-getting attitude to inspire people, to make them happy. And that same goes for Melody, same goes for Giga, same goes for Fruit, same goes for the whole staff. Like, all of these talents do a bunch of charity work, they do a bunch of gaming, they do a bunch of stuff that gets out there, and people are blessed, I guess. Some would say blessed, but a lot of people have been influenced by these girls and these guys on how amazing and like how down to earth a lot of them are, and just, you know, all the content they do, and just put it out there for laughs. A laugh can make a difference, and these talents know this. Same for FaZe Connect. They are some of the most funniest people I've ever met, or well, not ever met, ever seen. Pippa and Tenma are the best examples of it. They're the ones that everyone refers to. They are just hilarious, but across the board, all the talents are hilarious. And I do want to talk about the other girls. You have Aori, which I'm going to mispronounce names because I can't speak. You have Michiru. You have Estella. There's like a bunch of people from FaZe Connect that are so good. Please just go check out FaZe Connect. They are amazing. They are funny. They are so nice. And I've seen all their not all their streams. I've been into all their different streams that they've done. Like each person, I went to a stream at least once. That's what I'm trying to say. But they are funny. And Tenma always seems to find her way onto my Twitter feed and always make me laugh, which is fantastic. And then you have Niji Sanji. I think that burning yacht is a very good example of how Niji Sanji is. But it's also a good example of how corporate greed can make talents leave and go on to do better things, such as Dokibird, who used to be part of Niji Sanji, went on to do her own thing. Now, because of Dokibird, I'm going to segue into how they affect gaming. Because of Dokibird, Apex Legends started reaching out to VTubers, starting to do collabs. Because of Dokibird, VTubers have been reached out by other bigger companies, like, I don't know, Monster Hunter, for example. They're reaching out to these people. Because of Dokibird, she made such a good impact on these other companies. As well as there's already plenty of other VTubers doing that. Iron Mouse, Zentreya, you have Pippa, you have Tenma, you have all these, Mori Calliope, Garagura, you have Robokasan, you have Narkiri Ayame, you have Mio, you have Hoshio Marine, you have so many different talents on the JP side. And then for the English side for hololive, like I said, Callie, Gura, Watson, when she was still there, she graduated, but she's still affiliated. You have Bio, you have Narissa Ravencroft, you have the two sisters, Fua and Moko. You have so many different talents that have done a lot of different things and have influenced meme culture, gaming culture, and everything of that nature. And I know for a fact that some of these people went on to do VTubing, or went on to do voice acting. I know for a fact a good example of that would be Monarch. She does, you know, voice covers and stuff, but she's also a voice actor that's gone on to do anime. She's gone on to do video game stuff. And there's plenty of other VTubers that are in the video game culture itself and doing those things. And there is one more thing I want to mention, especially when it comes to gaming. There are a lot of YouTubers that are picking up and watching VTubers and inviting them into things. For example, Vanoss Gaming. I have been watching them since 2012, 2013, so I've been watching that group for over a decade. And recently, they have invited Pasta Ravioli into the group, and it is one of the best things they could have ever done. Pasta is so hilarious, she's funny, she has a very memorable laugh, and she is a great addition to the group. But this shows that VTubers are having an influence on gaming. And another thing that I do want to bring up, that a lot of these indie VTubers and stuff will play video games that, you know, other like bigger streamers and stuff will play. Yeah, of course they're following the trend, but they're also helping increase the popularity of the game, showing stats increase, showing these games off to people that would never usually see these games, especially if these people only follow certain VTubers or follow certain streamers. Because of this has shot a lot of games up in popularity. Like, I would say Among Us is a very good example. COVID also did that, but watching other streamers and VTubers playing these games like Among Us or Lethal Company or Marvel Rivals, stuff of that nature, help boost these games up in popularity, as well as helping getting smaller games that were out there like Balatro get to bigger heights and letting it reach and do better things. So because of VTubers, this influence was amazing on these and helped a lot of smaller companies get bigger and do a lot more things. I would say the influence is there, really, when it comes to gaming. Now, don't get me wrong. It's not all just glitz and glamour, and things are just not going to, like, work out perfectly for everyone. Especially right now, dealing with stuff with Twitch. Twitch seems to get very mad when a VTuber accidentally shows their stomach or something along those lines, and they get banned for 2 weeks to a month. There was a VTuber who expressed how grateful they are, how like blessed they were on how their chat has changed their life, made their mental like stability way better and all of those things, and then Twitch banned her for a month because she said thank you and was very grateful. But then you have people like Hassan Piker who actively threaten U.S. Congress members and incite violence 3 separate times in the same 30 seconds. And he like gets banned for a month, or for a day, my bad. Correction, a day. Yeah, there's favoritism and very negative stigma against VTubers right now. But as a whole, VTubers have had multiple and amazing reach in the culture that is the Western world, and you know, actually the whole world, as well as the video game world, and has had influence. There are plenty of video games inspired by hololive out there. I know there's like HoloCure and stuff of that nature. There's games done by Project Melody, which they are the H variety. But the point is, there are video games out there done by VTubers, inspired by VTubers, and every single day it just gets more and more. And I know for a fact there are VTubers out there, smaller indie ones, that have done stuff for visual novels, have done little cameos, maybe in anime and stuff like that, even side projects or indie films. The point is, VTubers are getting out there, and little do you know, maybe something that you really like, maybe a VTuber has done it. So let me know what you guys think about this. I just wanted to give a little introduction video out there on what VTubers are, what they have done, and how they have this big influence in the world when it comes to gaming and culture and stuff. So let me know what you guys think. I love you all. I appreciate you all, and I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.